In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to approach removing complex, uncultivated areas. When you run into situations, such as seen in this field, where many uncultivated areas branch in from various places and converge, don't attempt to digitize and remove the boundary all at once. You will more than likely double-click the mouse button somewhere in the process, and this interior polygon is too complex to fix when that happens. Instead, remove the uncultivated area piece by piece. First, we will digitize around the outside perimeter of the field. Next, we will zoom into the field so as to get a precise edge when removing the uncultivated area. Using the Split Polygons tool and starting outside of the boundary, start to remove the uncultivated area by small sections. Notice that I am taking it in small chunks as I digitize across the uncultivated area and then come back to where I am once again outside of the main boundary and then double-click it to close the polygon. Then, starting at another point, I will section off another area. Notice that as I cut across the first area, it may create multiple small polygons, but we will clean those up momentarily. I will now go up and activate the Select tool. Click on my areas that I want removed, then click Clear Selected Feature. These polygons have now been removed from my field boundary. Using the Pan tool, I will reposition the image, then activate the Split Polygons tool for another segment. Starting outside of the boundary, which would now be inside of the uncultivated area I just removed, I will continue to remove more of the uncultivated area. Moving back toward my starting point, I will double-click to close the polygon. Activate the Select tool and click to select the area. Then click Clear Selected Feature. To clean the boundary up, I'll click Edit Vertices to remove some of these vertices that are causing the boundary to be jagged, and reposition any vertices if needed. If we zoom out, we can see the progress we have made on removing the uncultivated area. Zooming back in, we will continue to remove the uncultivated areas, piece by piece, using split polygons to trace the boundary, then selecting the area, removing the area with the Clear Selected Feature tool, then fixing the vertices with Edit Vertices. As we are doing this, let me make a few suggestions. First, take the necessary time to digitize a good boundary. I know a lot of you out there may have a lot of field boundaries that you need to get in the system, but don't do a rush job and end up with a sloppy field boundary. It's your initial starting point in precision ag. Take time to collect a quality field boundary. Second, if you are collecting a lot of field boundaries, spend some money to get an ergonomic mouse. The regular mouse device that comes standard with most computers causes your wrist to turn in an unnatural position. If you make a lot of repetitive mouse clicks with your pointer finger on these cheap devices, you may end up with a repetitive stress injury. Spend a few bucks and get an ergonomic mouse that keeps your wrist in a natural position. Once we are done removing the last section of our uncultivated area, I will make a few adjustments on the boundary and then zoom out. Now our complicated areas have been successfully removed. I will remove this area on the east side of the field, then click Done, at which point we are taken to the Grower Farm Field Save area and we see our field boundary and the uncultivated areas.